Hello, parents. Welcome to the Masterful Parenting Podcast. I'm Ann Alvarez, parent coach, school counselor, and mom of two. Do you struggle with your relationship with your kids because you carry childhood pain? Do you get triggered by your child's behavior, become irrational, and maybe even yell at your children? Maybe you want to be a better parent, but you don't know how. Instead of repeating old patterns, you want to heal your pain, become more aware of your child's needs, feel connected to your kids, and learn the tools to communicate better so you can truly enjoy your parenting. If you are ready to heal your childhood pain, raise healthy, connected, and happy kids, and end the cycle of parenting with pain, then join me. Our kids deserve it, and we can do this. Let's go. Hello, parents. Welcome to the Masterful Parenting Show and Podcast. I'm so excited today. I have a special guest. He's an author. His name is Kirt Manecke. He's the author of the award-winning Social and Career Skills Crash Course book and online course called Smile and Succeed for Teens Must Know People Skills for Today's Wired World. Welcome, Kirt.
Hi, Ann. Thank you so much.
Oh, this is going to be amazing. So I wanted to ask you, what inspired you to design this program to help youth gain employable skills?
When I got out of college, I started a startup specialty retail store, and I had 25 teenagers working for me. And I created a 6-week training program before they were allowed to interact with customers. That was to give them confidence, and I couldn't afford to lose a single customer. And then later on through the years, I noticed that other businesses obviously were not doing that because the young adults that worked there, they didn't have confidence. They weren't greeting the customer properly. They weren't answering the phone properly. And I don't blame them. I blame the business owners. So I thought if I could create a quick, easy to read book and online course for the teens, they could read it in less than 60 minutes. And wherever they work, they'd be prepared.
Wow, that's amazing. That's so
Thank you.
good. And so did you have quite a few teens go through your training
Yes.
in
Yes, right now, a lot of schools use and nonprofits use my material. Back when I had the retail store, it was really life-changing for these young adults because I'd hired for attitude and trained for skill. They were great young people, but this was their first job. And it was really fun to watch them greet a customer and help a customer. And the course teaches them what not to say and what to say. For example, it teaches them if somebody says thank you, it teaches them to answer with a smile and say you're welcome. But it also teaches them not to respond with yep or no problem.
Mhm.
So all these little things that turn people off, we've stopped doing, and we've done all the things that employers love and that bring customers back.
Yeah, it reminds me sort of like of a business etiquette, right? Like
That's a good.
learn.
I should have titled my book that. That's a good way to put it. Nobody knows what my book
That just came to my mind, some etiquette, right?
I like that. But exactly.
Yeah. So what do you teach in the program?
A lot of what they call soft skills, I call them really common sense skills, power skills, some people call them manners, cell phone etiquette. For instance, how to smile and greet a customer when they walk in, how to answer the phone properly. A lot of little things that you wouldn't think of. Body language, saying, like we talked about, saying please and thank you, not to point. So if a young person goes to work, maybe in a hospital, and somebody asks them, where is room 133? They don't point. They know to tell the client, why don't you come with me? I'll show you where it is. And that makes
Mm.
all the difference. So a lot of things that listening skills, eye contact. For instance, if you're in a business, never to ask, "Can I help you?" It's what can I help you with, and how to ask open-ended questions. Just all those little things that are so important for customers. Really, life
Wow.
skills, people call
So
them.
there's a lot of communication, ways to communicate. And then you give a lot of examples, right? Like
Yes,
what scenarios that could happen. This is how you
exactly.
handle it.
And I do have the book, or I've got, it's available in an online course. And I also created a parent's guide. if parents want to work with their young adults on mock job interviews. And I teach in the book just a lot of like how to interview and get that job, just a lot covering a lot of basic things like don't chew gum during the interview, arrive early, be dressed properly, have copies of your resume, a lot of things that we shouldn't have to tell people, but some kids, some young adults are not learning that, so it really just helps them prepare.
I know the teens that I work with will ask me. In fact, I think last week one of my grade 12s asked me how he should dress for his interview, and it was a trades job. And I said, "Well, don't go in trades gear."
I like
I
it.
said, I said, dress nicely, like because it's a professional thing. Like going through an interview is professional, right? So,
Exactly.
so yeah, I love that you cover that. That's really great. Why are kids not learning these things?
Well, that's a great question, and I wanted to back up and say it's really all about making a first impression. And like you said, I love that young adult asked you that question, and that was a great answer to dress professionally. I think with two parents working, maybe sometimes the parents don't have the time like they used to years ago. Parents where they're teaching the kids these skills, maybe the parents aren't modeling the skills, and I think maybe some of the schools don't have courses like your school has, and maybe they're in some schools, maybe they're not learning these things. And I think a lot of kids are kind of glued to their phones, and they're actually terrified of making a phone call and not really comfortable with in-person face-to-face communication, which is what my course is all about.
Right. I think that these kinds of skills that you're teaching are so valuable. And I agree with you. I think maybe like parents don't think about it because they're just working and trying to, make ends meet. And also, it's not something that they encounter every day. It's not something that um, like our kids usually don't start working until a little bit later, right? Until they're probably a teenager. And usually that is also a busy time because they might be in sports and other extracurricular activities, and parents are driving them to these activities. And so they're not thinking, oh, they need employable skills, right? Um,
Exactly.
and there isn't a course like in school that teaches that, actually. There should be a course like that.
I thought there was. I wasn't sure. I don't come from the school. I'm not a teacher, so I never really know what they have at the schools. And when I was younger, we never had that either. So it's interesting.
No, it's not covered in school.
Oh,
We do have like a career life in Canada. We have a career life course that you have to take in grade 10, so when they're 16, and also in grade 12, so when they're 17, 18. But those are more career focused. Like, what career do you want? They're not like, how do you land that job, or what should you do when you are in a work situation, like when you are working. These are the things you need to learn. It's not like that. So this what you do, I really actually really love, and I think it's so needed for young people.
it
Okay,
really
so
is. And I have a teaching guide for the school, so it makes it easy for any teacher, even if they're not experienced with this, to immediately teach it. And the whole premise is it's quick and easy. But I agree with you; it is so needed. And I wasn't aware that the schools did not have. I mean, a lot of schools purchase my resources, but I wasn't aware that they did not have something like this.
no, it's not really in the curriculum, I don't think.
Okay,
So it's really great. This is a good value, right, for young people.
thank you.
Okay, so do you have any tips for parents to help their teens improve their social and employability skills?
I do. A few
Yay!
things, a few simple things for parents who are busy. If you go to a restaurant, have your kids watch how you order and tell them that the next time we come to a restaurant, you're going to do the ordering, or you could do that for carryout to get them comfortable on the phone. The other thing I think is great, two more things: volunteering, either as a family or have your young adult go and volunteer and practice. Maybe they read my book first, practice just one of the skills, just smiling and greeting a customer, get them comfortable with that. The other thing I think is really important is part-time jobs. So if you have a young adult, have them get a part-time job, even maybe if it's one afternoon a week or something, just to learn, practice the social skills. They're meeting with other people, they're gaining confidence, they're waiting on customers of all ages. I really don't think there's anything better than a part-time job or starting their own little part-time business.
Yes, yes. I think I saw so much growth with my oldest when he started working. I encouraged him to work when he was 16. I just wanted him to learn how to work. And also I wanted him to learn how to manage money. And what better way than if you're earning that money, right? Um,
Exactly.
and and that, so my oldest was very introverted. Um, but he got a job where he was a banquet server at a golf and country club. Really high end, right? Like people pay tens of thousands of dollars to be part of this club. So he's with wealthy people, like serving wealthy people. And I saw so much growth in him over the 3 years that he worked that job because he learned how to talk to people. He learned how to ask, what do they want and engage in conversation with them. They really, really liked him. And he kind of came out of his shell, like from being a very introverted kid to really blossoming in his confidence, uh, helping people. So I love that advice that it's okay for kids to have a part-time job because they're going to learn things that they do not learn in school or at home. I do think it is really valuable,
I agree. I love
yeah,
your about your son. I mean, that is the best. Look at how he grew, gained confidence, social skills improved, and now he's on to his next job. But had he not taken that job, would he be as prepared for his next job? So it's so
yeah,
important. I agree with you.
yeah. Every job teaches you something, you know?
Exactly. Yes. And you get confidence from each job.
Yeah, yeah. Like I think many of us who've been around have had many different jobs.
I exactly. And it all helps. You learn what you don't want to do, you learn what you like, and it improves your social skills. And especially with kids, I shouldn't say kids, but young adults with the phones, it gets them off those phones and communicating face to face, which is, social skills are the number one factor that employers are looking for, according to Harvard University. So why not have them improve them on the job?
Yeah, yeah. And if you want, you could actually bring your child to work with you like one day or 2 days, just so that they get an idea of what is it like what does mom or dad do um and how do they interact with people, right? They see it firsthand. Um,
Good idea.
yeah, your communication skills and your people skills, right? Your customer skills, all of that is so
So
great.
I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it's so good. All right, so tell me what is there like I think we should do a takeaway first, and then I'm going to ask you to tell parents where they can find your program, your course, all of that. Okay,
Yes.
so basically, these are skills that kids don't get automatically. So they have to be taught when and ideally it would be good at the appropriate age when they're looking for work. Learning these skills uh, beforehand would be great, like just being aware of it. Like I think that's where Kurt's resource is really helpful. Um, and on the job. And these are going to set them up for success down the road because the employer is going to be like, I want that kid to work with me, and I'm going to pay more money for the kid that's doing all that and bringing me more business, right? So it's super valuable in that way, and that those skills are transferable to any kind of work or career when they learn these skills early on. And then as parents, we can help them um, by buying Kurt's book.
Well,
Giving
yes.
to our kids. That would be the easy way, but also we can encourage them to work a part-time job. We can encourage them to practice the skills, like Kurt said. He gave the example of when you take them to a restaurant, you model how you order your food, and then next time you get your kids to order their own food. Like that's just starting out, showing them how to communicate and ask and also the whole customer service thing. You can say, this is really good customer service. This is not very good customer service, right?
Yes, I
It's
love
just,
that.
yeah, they learn from that, right? They learn from that as well. So parents, you do have a role that you could start incorporating to be so you can get your kids thinking about what is going to help them be successful in their employment. Is that good, Kurt? Did I summarize it well?
Oh, I'm thinking as you're saying that you do this better than I do. You explain it better than I do. You explain that beautifully. Yes.
Oh, good, good. I wanted to paraphrase, and be accurate. So
You're
this is
very,
good. All right. Okay, Kurt. Tell parents how they can get your book, where they can find you if they want to do the course or have their team do the course, and the parents guide that you have as well. So, what? How do they find you? Where can they go?
Amazon in any countries, including Amazon Canada, Amazon USA. You can get the parents guide, the book, ebook, audiobook. And then for the online course, my books also are on there, or on my website at www.smilethebook.com, smilethebook.com. And the online course, I made it really affordable, $24.99. And it's for 30 days, but you really almost get a year out of it because we never shut it off at 30. So I mean, it only takes 1 hour for the young adult to complete it. So it's really a good deal.
Wow, that is incredible value. Amazing. Okay, so parents, you heard that. $25 like for getting your kids ready for employment. I think that's a good investment.
I
That's
think so.
amazing. That is so good. Well, thank you so much, Kurt, for coming and I really enjoyed talking to you and learning from you as well. And really appreciate it. So thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome, and thank you so much. I really enjoyed talking with you. Thank you.
Uh, all right, and thank you, parents. I hope you got some value out of the show. And I will put Kurt's links on all of the notes so you will have access to his book. And I thank you so much. I love you so much, and I know you're trying hard, and we're all in this boat together. So take care of yourself, and all the best. We will see you next time. If this podcast inspired, blessed, or changed you in any way, I would love for you to share this with your family and friends on your Instagram page and tag me at Masterful Parenting. And join my Masterful Parenting Facebook page or DM me for more parenting support. And I will meet you here real soon. Remember, be relational with your kids and you will see a change. Love to all you parents out there. Let's change the world one parent at a time.